welcome to my channel. If you are new, my name is Crystal. Thank you so much for being here. I am so excited about today's video because I'm gonna be doing my first reading vlog. I recently got in The Housemaid's Secret. This is the sequel to The Housemaid. And this book just came out not even a couple of days ago. I'm gonna be diving into this book tonight and I cannot wait. Housemaid is a book that I recently just read. It was actually my last book. So I finished it just in time to start the sequel. And that book, The Housemaid, has quickly become one of my favorite thrillers. It was so good. So we're just gonna be hanging out. I'm gonna be reading, I'm gonna be sharing my thoughts as I go through this book, and hopefully you enjoy it. Grab some coffee, grab some wine, grab a snack, and let's hang out while I read. Made some coffee. Here she is. Yes, it is the evening time, and yes, I drink coffee in the evening. I could literally drink coffee at like midnight and sleep like a rock. I don't know if that might be a bad thing. I don't know. Anyway, I made my coffee. I am about 53 pages into the book, and I will say that I am already hooked. It has drawn me in, and I am not gonna be able to stop reading this. I feel like it's gonna be a very fast read, just like The Housemaid was. I love Frida McFadden's writing. The Housemaid was actually my first book by her, and she just draws you in from beginning to end. There's like no fluff. She just gets right into it, and I just love that about her. I love that in a thriller. And I wasn't sure if this was gonna pick up like right where The Housemaid left off, and it doesn't. It picks up like a few years later, but it does explain to you like what she's been doing since the end of The Housemaid. So far, I am loving this. I will check back in tomorrow and let you guys know my thoughts after I read a little bit more tonight. Hello, it is the next day, day 2 of me reading The Housemaid's Secret. I got to page 104 last night. So I will be doing some more reading right now. I actually usually read in the evening time, but today I'm actually hosting my virtual book club meeting. We're meeting tonight via Zoom to talk about Archer's Voice, which is the book we're reading for February. So since I'm hosting that meeting tonight, it usually takes up a big chunk of my evening and I don't really get a lot of time to read. So I will be doing my reading during the day today. But so far, I'm really liking this book. This is not a spoiler or anything, but basically I'm 100 pages in, so now I kind of have an idea of what the book is actually about. Millie, who is the main character in this book, she's also the same main character in the first book, which is The Housemaid. She goes to work for a very well-off family, similar to the first book. When she goes into this house, she notices that the wife is like kind of cooped up in one of the guest bedrooms upstairs, and she refuses to come out of the room. And the husband is like adamant, like, you cannot talk to her, do not talk to her, don't disturb her, she's resting, she's sick, don't bother her. I'm really liking it, I'm really enjoying it. It has very kind of creepy vibes, which I love. And of course the writing is just so good. So anyway, I'm gonna get some reading in right now, and then I will probably update you guys a little bit later on. I did not get a lot of reading in last night because I had my book club meeting and the day just got away from me. It was so busy yesterday. And then the book club meeting didn't end until like almost 9 o'clock. So yeah, after that I just like put my phone away and got into bed. But I'm gonna be reading a lot today. So today is day 3 and I am on page 124. I would love to get like at least 100 pages in today, if not 150. That's my goal. So I'm gonna start reading right now and I'll give y'all an update a little bit later on. Okay, there's just a big twist that I was not expecting. Pretty good twist. I'm on page 182 now. It is getting good. So I have like a little over 100 pages left. Y'all, I might actually finish this today. We're gonna eat dinner in like 45 minutes or so. I'm gonna read up until then, and then we're gonna take Albus out to go play with some of his little friends. Then once we come back inside, I'm gonna read some more. This is a really fast read, so I honestly may be able to finish this today. So I'll keep y'all updated. Okay, it's the next day. I'm in my bed. It is like the gloomiest day outside, and the temperature dropped significantly from the last couple of days. So it is a whole vibe. This is my favorite kind of weather, like gloomy and cold, and it just puts me in a really cozy mood. So it is the perfect time to talk about these books. I did end up finishing The Handmaid's Secret yesterday. I couldn't put it down. I had planned to finish it today, but I started reading it and I just kept going. It's a page turner for sure. So I figured it'd be fun to do like a little review of both of these books, since The Handmaid's Secret is the sequel to, did I just say The Handmaid's? I'm thinking of The Handmaid's Tale. The Housemaid's Secret. My apologies. So I will do a quick review of both of these books, since The Housemaid's Secret is the sequel to The Housemaid. Get it together, Crystal, get it together. Okay, so we're gonna really quickly start with The Housemaid. This is about Millie, who gets hired by a very well-off family. She goes to work for them in their home as their housemaid. So cooking, cleaning, running errands, things like that. They set her up in this little attic bedroom, and this is a room that is really small. It is tiny. She walks in and she's like, okay, this isn't bigger than a closet. But to her, she's very grateful for it because her current situation is even worse. And she soon learns that the little attic room that she is put in has a lock on the outside of it. So she does think it's a little strange, but she kind of gets an explanation from the wife that I guess makes sense to her. So she kind of just sweeps it under the rug. So as she's continuing to work for this family, the wife begins to act very weird. So she starts to question a lot of things. Then there's a big old twist. There's a twist that I was not really expecting, and I loved it. A lot of secrets about the family that she is working for come out. And I don't want to spoil it or anything, but I loved the twist in this. I love the suspense. There are some parts that like are a little bit creepy, which I love anything creepy. I also really loved Millie. She is a very strong female character. I gave this book 5 stars. This is one of my, hands down, one of my favorite thrillers. Then we have the sequel, The Housemaid's Secret. I ended up giving this 4.5 stars. I'll tell you why I didn't give it 5 stars here in a second, but obviously this is the book that this whole video is about. This book recently came out like a few days ago. This doesn't pick up right where The Housemaid leaves off. It picks up like a few years later, but it still has the same main character of Millie. This is very similar to The Housemaid in that there are so many twists and unexpected turns happening where you're on the edge of your seat the whole time. It is very suspenseful, very thrilling. It's literally the perfect thriller. Like, these two books are, in my opinion, the perfect thrillers. Like, when I read a thriller, I want to be reading something that's keeping me guessing, something that has me on the edge of my seat, a book where I'm just like, I want to keep reading. I want to know what's gonna happen. And these books absolutely did that for me. This book is very similar to The Housemaid in that Millie goes to work for a very well-off family that she goes to work for. She starts questioning things because weird things start happening. The wife is kind of locked up in this guest room and she will not come out. She refuses to come out, and the husband is acting really weird. And so, of course, Millie being Millie, she's like, what the hell's going on here? And that's when all the secrets start coming out. In this book, again, there are some really big twists that I was not expecting. And I think the author did a really great job of continuing the storyline from The Housemaid, keeping the same like theme, but also making this book very different in its own right. Now, the reason why I did not give this book a full 5 stars is because Millie is in a relationship with someone in this book, and I despised the way she treated him, the way she treated this guy. I was super annoyed throughout many parts of the book, and I loved Millie in The Housemaid, but in this book, she kind of annoyed me. in certain points. There is also a point in this book where you think that Millie is being followed by someone. It's kind of like gives you that little creepy aspect of it. But then when you find out what's really happening, you're like, really? I don't know. I was a little underwhelmed by that. And then the last reason I didn't give this 5 stars is because there is a big twist in this book. There's actually a few big twists in this book, which I absolutely loved. But after one of the twists happens, I ended up pretty much guessing what was going on. Then as soon as I guessed what was happening, I was right. But then at the end, there's another big twist. So I loved that. I loved that. I guessed what was happening, but then there was another twist that kind of shook me. So I gave this a solid 4.5 stars. I really, really loved it, aside from those few little minor details. But this absolutely was such a great sequel to The Housemaid. And if you haven't read it and you've read The Housemaid, you need to run to get this. I will link it down in the description, but it was so good. I loved it. So I would highly recommend this little thriller duo. These have quickly moved to the top of my list as my favorite thrillers of all time. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this vlog here. I really hope y'all enjoyed watching this video. I loved filming this reading vlog. I will definitely be doing more of these. So if you enjoy these type of videos, please let me know down in the comments. I would also love it if you would like this video and subscribe. If you're a fellow bookworm, that is what we do here on this channel. I talk about books, review them. I'm gonna start doing more reading vlogs, book hauls, all of the things. I'll also put my Instagram handles here on the screen. I have a personal page, and then I also have a book club page. It is a virtual book club where we read one book a month, and then we meet at the end of every month via Zoom. I also have a TikTok where I post nothing but book content on my TikTok. So I will put all of that here on the screen, and I would love it if y'all would come follow along over there. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.